Welcome to a power yoga class with the theme of new beginnings. This is New Year when I record this, so if you hear something in the background, it's fireworks going off around my house here. Let's start standing with hip width or a little bit more distance in between your feet. Roll the shoulder blades back and close your eyes. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open your mouth and exhale. And maybe repeat. New beginnings. What does that phrase evoke in you? New beginnings. Open your eyes and bring your arms out for a big circle. Hands in front of your chest. Lower down, all the way down, softening in your knees on the way down. Going through chair pose. If you're standing a little bit wide, you might narrow the distance in between your feet. Coming up. And then bring the arms out for a big circle. Prayer pose, fold forward. Let's do this with our breath. So inhale, chair. Exhale, chair. Inhale, circle arms. Exhale, fold forward. Our warming up sequence. Inhale, you might circle your arms in the direction that makes sense. Exhale, stand firm here. Inhale again, circle your arms. Exhale, palms together, fold forward. Circle your arms, inhale. Exhale, standing low to create heat. Inhale, last time through. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, chair. Stay put in your chair. Last circle, inhale. And then fold forward, exhale. You might be standing at the top end of your mat. If you don't, go ahead and make your way to the top of the mat. From there, with your fingers on the floor, you can step your right leg back. High lunge. Reach the arms up overhead, and let's extend the front leg to some degree, and then bend it again. Maybe lowering down the back leg to some degree. Doesn't have to go all the way down. We're still warming up. And you can even bring your arms down. Inhale. Arms up. Extend the leg. Exhale. Going low. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more times. Focus your gaze if the balance is difficult here. The next time you bend your knees, bring your hands down, step back so you find your plank. I like doing this on my knees the first time through. Elbows in, lower down, maybe just halfway. And then lift your chest. Squeeze the shoulder blades back. Downward facing dog. Why not take a deep breath? In and out through your nose. Step your right foot to the top of the mat, so opposite high lunge than before. Find your balance. And then lower a little bit down maybe, and then extend. You don't have to go all the way through this, but if you want to create heat, please do so. Bring the arms along with you. Arms down, bending the front leg. Inhale. Arms up, exhale. Down. Two more times. And next time you bend your knees, bring the hands down, step to the front. Fold forward, shake anything out you feel like shaking out. And then we'll do 2 sun salutation A, mountain pose. I use your Ujjayi breath, that snoring exhale. If you feel like doing that too, do that. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, whatever way, fold forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Plank to low plank, exhale. Toes and knees, you know your options. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Take one breath here. If you feel like jumping to the front, bend the knees, heels off. Quietly jump to the front, fold forward, exhale. Inhale, up again. Exhale, forward hold. Half lift, inhale. Plank to low plank, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. Exhale, down dog. Again, one breath. Try to take the tailbone up to stretch the spine. One last time. Inhale to the front. Fold forward, exhale. High mountain. Fold forward, exhale. Half lift, inhale. Plank, low plank, exhale. Cobra up dog, inhale. You've got this now. Down dog. So this is a video where I am guessing you're somewhat used to moving and used to doing a bit of yoga. Come to the front. Again, you can jump or walk. Fold forward and shake things out. I hope you feel a little bit warm by now. Standing up, going for some side bending posture. So if you take the left arm up overhead, go for the right side. Go for the other side. And then we can try a thing that might be a little bit odd, because we're going to lean slightly forward from here, bending the knees, drawing the arms in a circle, going for the other side stretch, all the way up and the other way. Engage your core. And whatever you do with your hands, that really doesn't matter. It's a spine movement. And if you have any spine issues, you might not do the full circle here. I am not leaning back as I do this. I'm only at the front. One last time. Hands down by the side. Widen the distance in between your feet and sit down with the toes pointing out. We're going to open up the hips a little bit. So as low as you want to go, wave from side to side. I like moving my hands, feel like I'm dancing. But if you don't, just put them by the waist. I might be moving a little bit faster than some classes, but that's because I want to create heat, especially here to begin with. All right, pause here, bring your hands down on the thighs, pinky finger towards the knees. And then right shoulder down, exhale. Twisting a little bit, inhale, rise up, but keep the knees bended. Exhale, other side. Keep pulling the knees out as you move here towards the pinky toe. Use the breath to power through 2 more times. One on each side. Awesome. And maybe go for a wide stance just to feel it on the back. Drop the head down. You can walk your hands in between your feet if you feel like it. New beginnings sometimes requires those new perspectives that we get when we get the head down. I like that. Downward facing dog in the direction that makes the most sense in front of the screen that you're watching. Let's do it. Strong core. Lift the right leg up, bend the knee, open up the hip. Bring the heel towards the buttocks as best as you can. Now bring this right bended knee towards the left elbow in your plank. Lower the hip so the hip is not super higher than the shoulders. And stay here. Lift the knee up underneath your belly. Keep breathing. And then extend the leg up. You can reach it out. No need to bend it anymore. Bring the toes out to the right side. So right leg out and up, and toes pointing to the right side. Awkward here. And then bend the knee. Bring the right knee towards the right elbow or the right armpit. Lift the knee up towards the sky, else you bring it to the front. Breathe. It's okay to be quivering here, shaking. Bring the right knee back and up to bring it to the front. Taking a pause for the wrists. High lunge. Shake those wrists. And then widen the distance. You might bend the back knee for the sake of your hip to not bring the pelvis too far back. Go low. And then move the front foot a little bit more to the front. Feel the connection to the thigh and the glute on the front leg. And then going a little bit lower. Put your hands in prayer pose, leaning forward, kind of gluing the abs or the abdomen towards the leg. And see if you can take off the back leg there, if you can, and kind of squeeze it in. Bring it out again and lower down. And let's do that a couple of more times. So keep the thigh to some degree and the abs, the belly in, and see if you can let go. Bring the knee in. Extend it out, lower down. Connect again with the back of the glute and the hamstring. Off again. And back. Last time. Awesome. Hands down on the floor, lift the left leg up, open up the hip for half moon. Lift the left leg, without crossing it. And flex the foot. Keep the right hand down, or if you prefer hovering for a few breaths, go ahead. Bring both hands down, lower down the left foot at the back of the mat. Bring the hands to the front. Your down dog. All of this on the other side. Left leg, lift it up. Bend the knee, draw the hip out. Square the shoulders off so that you're not holding the shoulders towards your ears. All right, left leg, right elbow, plank. If it's too much, come down on this knee. Micro bend the elbows and use the whole hand there. Lift the leg up again. You can extend it. If you're gliding on your mat, just roll the top edge here as we continue with the last bit. Point the left foot toe out towards the left side. Then you bend the knee. Draw the left knee to the left armpit or elbow. Lift this knee up. So much easier to drop it down. So lift it up. Whew. It's about gaining control in those glutes. Ooh. And then lift it up and bring the left foot to the front. High lunge. Again, shake your wrists if you feel like that's the right thing to do. New beginnings sometimes requires a bit of effort, right? Sometimes we want it to be easy, just want to start over, but we don't want to do the thing that it requires to start over. At least that's so in my life. All right, I'm wiggling my feet further apart just to sense how that feels. And then bring your hands into prayer pose. If this is too wide, the place that you've kind of gotten yourself into, narrow the distance. Lean forward, glute thigh and core, And then see if you can lift the back leg off, kind of pull it in. Keep the left knee bended, extend the right out, and lower down. Keep leaning forward here. 3 more times. Lift it up. Lots of balance. Extend it out. You count yourself. Just 2 more times. I'm not following the breath here. You feel the glute, your left glute. Get your hands down on the floor when you're done with the last one. Half moon, your right leg up. Point the toes to the right side. Maybe with both hands down, or bring the right hand up. Lift the right leg as high as you can to feel it. Hover if that's an option. Last breath. Both fingers down, step back. Shake things out, maybe sigh out. I hope you're warm and sweaty by now. Actually, we can kind of compare that to releasing old stuff. Sweat is somewhat used old water in our system, trying to cool our body down. So let's sweat and release the old stuff so there is space for the new. 3 Vinyasa. Inhale, plank. You choose toes and knees. Lower down, elbows in. Inhale, cobra, up dog, and down dog. If you want a little bit more, you can do a push-up Vinyasa. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down, not all the way to your chest. Push up again to your plank. Inhale. And exhale. So you're not doing your up dogs. That's completely up to you. I'm going to do one more of these. Inhale. Exhale, lower down. Inhale. Exhale. Awesome. Jump or walk to the top of the mat, fold forward. Maybe pausing here. Chair pose. I didn't tell you to bring a block, but if you happen to have one nearby, you might pause the video and just find it. I'm gonna put the block in between my knees or my thigh section above the knee joint, and then sit down in my chair. Squeeze in. So if you have the softer block, I would recommend you use that. Squeeze in to get the inner thigh there engaged. Sitting low, maybe going lower than you're used to. Take a few breaths, keep squeezing. Keep squeezing, but fold forward as you squeeze. You might feel different sensation in your legs. And then soften and put the block aside. Lift the right leg up, move it to the back, warrior 2. And as this is power yoga, get some distance in between the legs so you really feel the front thigh firing up. Maybe the stretch of the back leg. And let's do some shoulder work here. So bring the arms up, bend the elbows, cactus arms, and bring the elbows slightly behind the shoulder blades as you draw the elbows down like they would reach each other at the back. Probably they won't. And then when you're down somewhat, move up, start forward. 90 degree, bring the elbows back behind the shoulder blade without moving the hip and the spine. Squeeze in. 3 more. This is one of the best exercises if you want to create strength in this big trapezius muscle and the rhomboids. When you're down there, bring both hands down on the floor. Bring the heel, back heel off, and then your left leg, move it up and back, three-legged dog. Again, going to get into our core and our abs. And so a little bit quicker. So this left knee, bring it underneath yourself and exhale out. Inhale, bring it up, exhale in. It's a little bit quick. Five. You're keeping up here, 4. 3, 2, 1. Bring it up and then left leg to the front. Right leg up, warrior 3. Hands to the front, and then let's draw some circles here. Lift the arms up towards the ceiling as you move your arms in front of your head and then back towards your thigh. If the balance is difficult here, maybe don't move your arms. 2 more. And then step it back, downward facing dog. Optional vinyasa. With that push-up if you want to. Lower down, push through the arms, plank, down dog. Sigh out. Bring the right leg to the front, warrior 2. So that heel arch alignment. Sit down with the degree and distance that you feel like, yes, that's gonna challenge me today. And just bring your attention really quickly to your body. Are you okay? Are you getting too ambitious? And let's do those cactus arms again. So bring your elbows up, down towards the shoulder height. Bring them back without moving the spine or the hip. And then draw them back and down. And repeating this motion a few times. Keep bending the front leg, pushing it towards the pinky toe. Last one. Awesome. Both hands down. I hope you feel it in your front thigh. Back heel off. Three-legged dog with the right leg up and back. Turn on your Ujjayi breath again if it kind of got rid of it or lost it. And then bend the knee. Bring the knee into a plank. And then with a quick pace. Inhale up. Exhale in. Let's do 5. Lift the knee up towards your chest. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last time up and back, and then move the right leg to the front. Balance. Warrior 3. Ooh, if you can find it. Moving your arms. Again, incorporating shoulder strength. So you're not just sacking your arms. You want to lift the arms towards the sky, but keeping the arms somewhat extended, micro bend the elbow. Last movement. Bring the arms down, step back, vinyasa with that push-up if you feel like it. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower down. Doesn't have to be all the way. Inhale, up and back. Are you with me for a challenge? Let's try to hover the low plank on toes or knees. Okay, don't drop your shoulders. Move into plank, elbows in, core in. Micro bend the knees and lower down. And see if you can stay here for 5, 4, 3, smile, 2, 1, lift up. Maybe child's pose. This is the tricep muscle there. Take a seat on the mat. And again, option, if you have a block, you might want to bring it along. Put it in between your thighs. Again, I'm not on the knee joint. If you have lower back issues, you might sit a little bit taller than I do. So in with the block, squeeze it, and then to some degree, lean back. Maybe heels on the floor. Shine the sternum, as we call it, forward. And then maybe you lower down and lift up. You would inhale as you come down, exhale, sit up. Let's do 5, 4, keep squeezing the block, 3, 2, 1. And then you can let go of the block, just put it somewhere. Come down on your back with the knees bended, feet on the floor. We're going to do a variation of bridge pose. So lift your hip up, bring the elbows down, so kind of what I call shooting the ceiling here. So you lift a little bit through the shoulder blade as you push the elbows down. Lift the right leg up, keep lifting through then the left heel. Stay there, and then move the leg. I am not getting this right leg all the way down. So maybe just the thighs somewhat aligned. Let's do 5. Lift. 4. 3. Lift the hip. 2. Almost there. 1. And bring it down. That was the right leg in the air. Bring your hands behind your head and lift up. Abs in. And then go for side movements as you're lifting. I am not crossing right elbow to left thigh. I'm more like doing a smiling half circle shape here as best as I can. And release. Bridge pose, or whatever you want to call this posture. Again, push the elbows down. So you lift a little bit higher through the elbows. You'll lift the leg up this time. Point the toes and lower down. I can do this half without lifting enough through the now right leg, but I can also really power through and lift. Let's go for 5, 4, 3, lift, 2, and 1. Yay. Bring it down, windshield wiper to release any tension you might have gained in your back. Then bring your legs to the back of the mat and find downward facing dog. One more time. We are almost there. Take a few breaths with that Ujjayi breath in your down dog and feel maybe the release of tension in your back, the stretch on your hamstrings, the Achilles tendon. And then bring the right leg up and to the front where your right hand is. High lunge, kind of just making our way until the top end of the mat. Step it forward, bring the left leg really up and hold on to the left leg, standing tall. Now really lift it up as high as you possibly can, and then let go of the knee with your hand and see if you can keep the knee exactly where it is. This is hip flexor strength, psoas strength, unless you don't hug the thigh in. Beautiful. Bring it back, dances. So left foot there, bring the thumb up, reach the arch of the foot, and then kick the foot back and let the right hand move to the front. One more breath. Release. Come to the front, shake things out. You stay put. I'm just going to show you this direction. Your right knee up. Hold on. So the support of the hip flexors and the psoas here. And then see if you can turn on those muscles that keeps the knee there without you supporting with your hand. If it's too hard, just hold on. Your right thumb pointing back, reach for the arch of the foot. You see, I take my knee out, but then I bring it in again. And back. Other hand to the front. And you can kick into that hand. Feel the thigh turn more on. Breathe. One more breath. And let go. Reach the arms up, full forward exhale. Halfway lift. And then jump or walk back, plank. Take both hands to the outside of the mat. And let's do just a few of those regular push-ups. Again, toes or knees. Let's do 10. Elbows out. So not the traditional one that we have when we do vinyasas. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. You with me? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Child's pose. Bring your hands down by your legs. New beginnings. So what new beginning are you ready to take? Take a seat on the floor. We've been using maybe the block if you had it quite a lot for the inner thigh. So let's do butterfly for those adductors. It's so tempting when we want new beginnings because we might be tired of the current state. And then, at least in my life, I feel like tempted to, I just want to move, or early on, get a new job, or, change my circumstances. But the thing is that I move along wherever, even when I change the circumstances. So if I really want a new beginning, I have to start here. Because I just keep bringing my luggage with me wherever I go. Find a comfortable seat. We have been using our arms quite a lot, so let's stretch those. Right hand up, elbow pointing up, that our fingers here behind the shoulder blades, the other arm around. Maybe fingers can find each other at the back. Move the shoulder a little bit back. And release. shake things out. Opposite side. And then release. If you want to rest for a moment, you can do so. I will just stay seated for a minute or so, but you can come down on the mat. Wherever you are, close your eyes. Breathe. And maybe think about this new beginning one more time. Maybe also thinking about what you need to let go of for there to be space for what is the new stuff. And if you know that you know that you know that this is the time for that new start, that new beginning, but you just have that excuse. You might be afraid. You might feel insecure. So maybe you need to hear this, that now it's the time. If you know, don't hold back. Step into that new beginning. One step at a time. Don't change everything. One step. I will finish this video from my heart to yours. Thank you so much for joining, and blessings on your path.